Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Carl Schickert from Impulsely, and in this training today, I'm going to show you how to customize your product block. Okay, your product block is where the future is with Impulsely. This was actually one of the biggest updates we've had to date, and really, it's just made a ton of sense because of how easy it is to use and how quickly you can swap in and out products pre-built on some of our templates or templates that you want to build internally. This here is kind of like an order bump page. We're just kind of playing around with it right now. And you can see, like, when you choose any of the images, it's changing both the variant information, the name of the variant, and the color of the variant, if that's a choice. I believe you can have up to three, like stuff like shoes and stuff like that. But the thing is when it comes to the option block, we're pulling all the metadata, the headline, the text, like the descriptions. We're pulling all the images. We're pulling the price. You can actually now customize the prices. You can now customize your product based off your needs, and then you'll be able to customize your button and also customize your cart from there on what's going to be seen inside of that cart. So what does that mean? Okay, what it means is that your product on Shopify, if your product is coming from Shopify, that means that you need to do some more customizations on here if you haven't done so already. Okay, so as you can see, I've got custom made bangles. I've got some information about the description. I've got the pictures in here. I also have these in here as well. So right now, like a lot of these that you see automatically from Shopify, sometimes it'll call these color or something like that. What you'll want to do is you'll actually be able to edit your options. So pick your favorite was what we edited for each of these different variants. And then I added another one for metal color, and you could actually add another one as well. Okay, but that's where you would do that. You do editing options, and then you can edit here as well on each product. Now that you have this set up exactly how you want it to sort of look on your store and also how you want it to look on your Impulsely funnel, that's when you'll come into the actual funnel builder itself. Now this block right here is the option block. And like I said, this was a big change compared to how we were doing it before, because now we're giving you the option to pick from whatever integrations that we have available. Currently, while I'm recording this, we only have Shopify, but we plan on adding more in the future. Now you can see on this block, see how I can move it around? And you can see that right here on the name was actually this, and then when we made this template, we actually had a different name here. However, we may actually get rid of some of the actual headlines that we have in some of our templates and then just use the one from Shopify as a headline. You can, again, you can make any adjustments or changes to these that you want. So like you can see, there's an outside part, which is out here. You can click on the actual box itself, and then you can double click to get into the inside of it, where you can move each one of these things that you have access to from the inside here. So if I want to move that a little bit closer here to the headline, I can change it. When I've highlighted it and you see the little red bar that goes around it, this changes your header size, your pixel size. Everything is pretty adjustable. You can bold it, stuff like that. Okay. Your button, same kind of thing here. You might want to move your button, adjust it. This is just a piece of text underneath, which does remind me, I want to show you something. Sometimes when you're editing other elements that are not associated with the block itself, sometimes the block is on top of everything. Even if you were to go look at layers, you're going to see that this block still sometimes will kind of supersede whatever else is on the page. But you can take this area and move it, and then now I can actually come here and click onto this. Actually, still move it around. Sometimes you may run into this as well, but here I'm going to show you an interesting fix. So if I click on here, this is the section that I've clicked on, and I go to layers, and I go to this rich text. This rich text is definitely on top, but it's not showing that it is. Now I can move this, and I should be able to play with this rich text now. So now I put it where I want it to go. I'm happy with it there. I can adjust it some more. I can kind of double click on it and move it around with my arrow keys on my keyboard if I want. I'm like, okay, good. I'm happy with it there. Then I'm going to just go ahead and move this back over because it's pretty much in a state where I don't need to move anything. And as you can see, once I moved it over, now I can't even make any adjustments to that text. So that was a little trick on how to do that. Then you can also move this stuff over as well, which is basically like your variant picks. And you can click on it harder and you can see what options you have for that. A lot of different options. You could go for buttons. You know, that's going to change quite a bit up here right now. But, you know, that's one way you could do it. You could do radio. Again, that's changing quite a bit as well. Kind of depends on your store and what you need. Personally, I like the select with the drop downs. I just think it looks a little bit nicer, but it just depends, you know, what's going to fit your needs. Then you can also position the title. Titles can be above, okay? They can be below. They could be to the right. They could be to the left, okay? The right or the left. I kind of like this myself, or I like that. Above is pretty decent though, so I'm just going to keep it there. You can also change the sizing. You can do so much here. Okay, guys, you can do so much here. Put space in between it, sizing and positioning if you want. Usually we just leave this alone. It's kind of a little bit more advanced. Layers, don't really have any layers there. Now I can go and look at this block part inside of the option block. Okay. Now this is all really editable as well. You can do a default quantity. You can do your max quantity. You can show your price. You can not show your price. Maybe you want to use text of some sort. You can use quantity. You can get rid of quantity. Put it back there if you want. Your display. You can make your arrow keys bigger. Okay. You can change your arrow colors. Maybe you want to go with green. Okay. Maybe you want to go with a brighter green. There you go. Maybe you want to have a background. Okay, right now I'm just using the same color as the background, so you can't really see it. But maybe you want to put one in there. Boom, now I have one. Maybe I want it to be white. Boom, now I have one. Maybe I want it to be purple. You know, whatever the color it is that you want, we will allow you to make any changes you want as you build this out, just to make it simple, okay? Now maybe I want to make that more bright green. Choose, done. Okay, now you can see what it looks like. You also have other things you can change, the sizes of pricing, quantity, tax, and shipping. You can actually change the lettering itself. So there is, if you had like a free shipping, you could say free shipping. If you had no tax, you could say no tax. Actually going to take this out, make it empty. You can change your currency symbol. Maybe you're collecting something else other than US dollars. Do make sure that our system is set up for it if you are collecting euro or something like that. Quantity, I make this capitalized. We kind of lowercase it all automatically, but you can change everything here you want. That is where you can see it here, plus shipping, plus tax and shipping. Okay. Now, I also want to show you some other things you can edit that have to do with the whole block itself. Hopefully, when you're seeing this, you should be seeing more of a images of what left and right, long title. It's just different variations of a preset of how these are set up. However, in our themes, they're already done for you, so you don't really want to mess with them too much, because if you press these things, you're going to totally change the format that was pre-built for that theme. So I really wouldn't mess with any of these. You should see, like I said, there'll be actually little graphics. For some odd reason, they're not showing up. You can change your product right here. So if I want to change my product, I'd click here. And I would find a product that I wanted to change to. The first time you do it, it's going to ask you if you want to connect to your Shopify store, and hopefully you've already done that in settings. Also, too, you can change the pricing. So, you know, you could say retail pricing is this, or wherever it came from on the store. And then you can change to custom pricing, or you can use the default pricing. You just pick what you want to do. Actually, the default is the main image that you're going to see. And then you want to show all of those. You're going to use custom pricing if you wanted to. If you didn't want to use custom pricing, see how it changed right there? Because now that product doesn't have a custom pricing associated with it. You can still, again, you make your value on it a little bit different, but that's how you would do that. Again, if you want to change your product, cancel. You can set up a confirm purchase. Now, you may not want to do this on the front end if you are funneling your sales directly, driving traffic directly to a sales page on Impulsely. You may not want that first one to have a confirm purchase because they're going to already go through like 4 steps to filling out their information, to getting their payment information set up. So they're pretty much confirmed at that point. But any of the upsells, you may want to click the confirm purchase. Basically, what this is going to do is it's going to be a confirm purchase step in between of purchasing, because one click upsells, you click one button and then now their card has been charged. With this, they can actually confirm before their card is actually charged, giving you a little bit better a chance of not, getting a couple of irate customers over it or something like that, or refunds. Okay. Also, you can show your no thank you button. I had it right there, but I took it off. Basically, if you wanted to have a no thank you button on upsells, it works really well because then it takes someone to the next product that that people in that niche would like, or people that purchased the one thing would probably like to buy. You can get rid of all the images, product headings, all the stuff that you feel like you don't need necessarily. You have a lot of options here when it comes to this. All right. Now you also have shipping options, and this is kind of neat. This was something that was asked for a lot, and that is like where you can do default shipping, which is kind of be based off of, I believe, the shipping price that comes from Shopify or what you set up in settings. You can do free, you can do flat fee per order, flat fee per item. You can do custom amount, not location based, and you can do custom amount based on location. Again, these are a little bit more advanced and have more settings inside of or more things to do inside of settings when it comes to that. Same with the tax. You usually will set up your tax locally, and then you will charge based off local tax. There could be some rules or laws that change in this area coming soon. I've heard some stuff, so of course we're going to try to update when those things come into place, and then help you collect the current tax that you want. Then you also have the order bumps, and currently while I'm recording this, I don't think I can show it to you, but as soon as these roll back out, you will be able to create an order bump per product that will be in the cart automatically. And you can build these with pre-checks, or you can build them to where they have to be checked in order for that line item to be added to the cart while a buyer is in the cart. So really, really cool stuff. I don't want to spend too much more time on here. The best thing to do is get your hands dirty, play with this, make the adjustments you need to make inside of Shopify, and make the adjustments that you need to make inside of Impulsely before you publish and go live. All right, so this is Carl Schickert with Impulsely, and again, thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the next one.